What's up, guys? Welcome back to another vid. So I'm in the nuddy puddy cave. I got this game like a few hours ago, and this is where I don't remember his name. I think it's like John something, and he sadly passed away 2009 November 25th. The incident happened in 2009 November 24th, and this is like pennies for respect. So this is the cave where he died. So I'm gonna try to like skip that because it's annoying, because it will speak over when I'm trying to talk. And I'm pretty sure we're at the slide, so I played this already. Yeah, we're at the big slide, so I've heard there's been a few injuries in here, but I'm just gonna sleep. It's like a 12-foot in wood, which is pretty far. That's why these people took some legs and arms and that. But I'm gonna use the ladder. Basically, I'm like a rope. And then after he passed away, it got sealed off. And basically, I don't know why it's so dark in here. So the left leads to, like, I think leads to the, oh no, I forgot, that's a dead end. He was trying to go like a normal way. Him and his other brother were like racing to something, but he accidentally went the wrong path. He got stuck upside down, went in cardiac arrest, I'm pretty sure. Like after like maybe a day. Which is pretty heartbreaking. Pretty tight.
We're approaching the site of John Jones' tragic accident. How did it happen? On November 24th, 2009, John Edward Jones became trapped in Nuddy Puddy Cave after entering a tight, uncharted passage that he mistakenly believed was part of the well-known birth canal route. Instead, he had crawled into an unmapped fissure that was far narrower than expected. The passage sloped downward and constricted as it went, forcing him headfirst into a nearly vertical section where his body became wedged. Entering headfirst made it nearly impossible for him to reverse or maneuver once he was stuck. Despite more than 24 hours of effort, rescuers were unable to free him, as the combination of the cave's fragile geology, the limits of physics, and human endurance made extraction impossible. In the aftermath, authorities made the difficult decision to leave his body where it was and permanently seal the cave, rather than risk more lives in a recovery attempt.
Yeah, that's what basically happened.
Look at your watch. The percentage shows how much of the cave you've already explored. Remember, you can rewind or pause the audio guide at any time using the tablet or the menu, which opens by pressing and holding the right stick. Hold it now and try adjusting the audio by touching the on-screen icons.
Okay, I'm just like not gonna do that. So the workers that were trying to get him out, aka Brandon, Brandon, he was I think one of the last people who saw him before his death. And I prefer to not write if you ever go cave diving for fun. Be careful and don't write in the caves. That is like not such a good. Oh, I went the wrong way. Workers actually went over here, and then they had to come. I'm already lost in this cave. Not gonna lie. And then they had to come down here. And they had to keep coming over here. And then this is where he dies. I'll say the whole sentence. Final route and the resting place of John Jones, who died tragically on November 25th, 2009. Well, again, it happened, like the incident happened in the 24th of it, so they had to squeeze through a really tight space. And this is where he got slipped in and went upside down, which is pretty heartbreaking. They try to get him out, but couldn't. So I need to get up there before I pass out. It's pretty heartbreaking that you just a father goes cave diving for fun and gets the sad news that he goes in cardiac arrest while upside down and dies, which is pretty heartbreaking. Brandon was I think the last person that saw him. I think he went to check his pulse and it was not responding, sadly. And Brandon was the one talking over here. They had to squeeze and then try to pull and do everything they could, but couldn't get out. I wish I could go in there. His head was in there. Legs were just vertically up. He couldn't turn and passed away. And that's it for today. Remember, Jesus loves you. Make sure to be careful if you ever go in a cave. Well, this cave got sealed off after this, so you can't come in this cave. So I prefer, if you have a VR, download this game. It's, I think, $9. There's different modes and everything. But that's it for today's video. I was just showing y'all John Jones, R.I.P. We will always remember you, John Jones. Take care. I'll meet you someday.